exactly. Yeah. So, what was that moment like? Like like all of us are like fans of music first, but like, what was that moment where you're like, yeah, I want to start doing this myself?
As far as like the
Um, like
business side,
rapping and
rapping.
making. Yeah.
Um, I say that should start because I always wrote lyrics. I started writing lyrics at like 9 years old. That's when I got introduced to hip hop. So I don't know if you remember, but the PCs came with that little mic, that little small mic, the Windows computers,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and it had the record feature on there. That's exactly how I got started. So like there was no obviously we had no music in the background, so you just come up and spit a cappella and shit. So uh, I've always written music and I've always would use it as a tool to kind of like if I was pissed, I'd write crazy shit in my notebook, like wild,
Right.
because I was listening to gangster rap at the time, so I was wilding, you know what I
Sure.
mean?
Sure.
So writing all that down, then I'm like, you know, I have to, and I think at high school, that's when I was like, yo, all right, like, because it was a transition from like going to camp versus, all right, you're starting to get older now, like, what are you going to do with your life? And at that point, that's when I was like, you know what? Let's let's hunker down. Let's get a microphone and start recording. And from there, it just kept going. Like you know what I mean? That's kind of like the foundation of it.
And that's like the beauty of hip hop too, because like with like these other genres, you need to get a guitar, you need to get like a uh
Exactly.
you need to get a drum set, you need to get all the mics set up,
Yup.
um and like all that shit. Like me when I first started, I spent $20 on like a little like computer mic, and
Hmm.
I spent $40 on this program called Hip Hop EJ,
Okay.
and it would have like a bass line and have like a drum line and have like some other stuff. So you basically like take these three things and just line up these three things together
Uh
and make a
huh.
beat. Like it was like the simplest thing to make a beat. Like it was like okay, put a drum line there, put a bass line there, okay, and rap over it, right?
Yeah.
Uh, but I really spent $60 on my whole setup for I did for my first project. You know, these other genres need they're like $60. Or like fuck, I can't even get like fucking my guitar strings certain.
Exactly.
You know,
And
like
with bands and stuff, you need it's a cohesiveness. So like for rappers, we're alone, so we could just get on the mic. If we fuck up, we just fix it. Like if you fuck up with a band, it's like all right, bro, like you gotta tighten this section up. It's a little more complicated. That is the blessing of hip hop. It's like one source,
and
one microphone. You know.
and it's also like we can do stuff on our own. If like with the band, that like the drummer don't show up.
You out of
Like
luck. That's the movement. You fuck. If the drummer don't show up, you fuck.
like but in hip hop we can just do it ourselves.
Exactly. You just like yo, throw on a beat. Today you can find beats anywhere. You just throw on a beat, get the microphone, hot it up, record it, put it out. You know what I mean? So
Exactly,
yeah, man.
exactly.